Okay. So basically, what is your plan for today? Today we'll be discussing how we can figure out performance related issue on the server or live environment basically. So multiple performance question I list out. You can say, let's suppose first question I'm going with the, and I already explained into the previous session, so I'll be explaining once again to you. Yesterday, my application was working fine, but today, 10 a.m. IST, it's not it's not it is not working expected. So what should be action will take place so that you can find out what is a performance related issue. And let's suppose interviewer is asking a same question. So what should be action you will take and what
Any
steps you will.
change?
Yeah.
So
So basically,
it's hmm,
my application is not working fine. And but today 10 a.m. I got to know it's not working expected. It means what? Let's suppose Indian company working start time is 10 a.m. Let's assume. And basically that time they got a high load over the server. And then they are not getting a proper, you can say, performance into the server. So what action you will take care and what point you have to raise with the interviewer basically. So first question you have to raise like a application. They are saying my application is not working. So first question I have to ask one page, one application module is not working fine or overall application is not working fine. So let's suppose they are saying overall application is not working fine. It means you can say course answer should be different. But if they are saying performance of one module, one page is not working expected. Let's suppose we have a e-commerce website like a Amazon.com. They are saying like a Amazon purchase module is not working good, like a order module. Let's suppose I have to make a order. So basically, multiple step I have to take place. First point, I have to add item into my cart. Second step, I have to move for the payment process basically. And after payment gateway, payment process will get a order detail basically. So these process, if they are saying this process is not working fine, it means only you have to focus this point only. So how you will find this which application, which query, which procedure is not working expected. So first point, let's suppose you are a DBA. So basically you don't know how application is behaving and which module, which page, which procedure or query is running there. You don't know basically. So how you can identify this query and procedure detail and then you can start debugging or you can say maybe you can optimize your procedure or maybe you can share this procedure or query to your development team and they will tune those procedures. So first point, how you got to know which procedure and which queries are causing performance. On some cases, what happened? Let's suppose a company is saying, or maybe infrastructure is team is saying a SQL is not working performance, it's not working appropriate fashion basically. Then how you got to know this is a SQL server causal or maybe application service or you can say IIS have a issue basically. So how you will be find those? So today I will going to explain if application one module is not working. So how you can figure out what query is underlying, what query they trying to execute. Second point we have to check let's suppose I figure out this procedure and this query is running behind if you are making an order, adding an item into the cart and processing a payment basically. Then next point we have to check is query and procedure performance is good or bad? If our query and procedure performance is good, basically I'm trying to connect with my server. Let's suppose my machine as a laptop, as a SQL DBA, I'm connecting with my machine and it's working fine. I'm able to execute my query and procedure within a second. Okay. And this is how you can say basically I capture previously execution states into the table or audit table I already capture. So previous execution I got to know. Let's suppose order procedure or query execute in a like a 10 second. And today I also check and I got to know my query is running 9 second or less than 10 second or 10 second only. So it means issue is not pointing to SQL DBA, it's issue pointing to application team or maybe the IIS or maybe application, whatever application they developed, maybe they have a issue. That's why you are getting a performance basically. So how you can like confirm your management this issue is not related with a SQL services, SQL procedure or SQL component. It's dependent with a application team. You got my question basically.
Yes, yes, Bia.
So
But
you,
Bia,
yeah, tell
what
me.
we face sometime in our current environment, current production environment, that sometime actually you know about the CRM very well. So sometime in Pan India, many cities employees complain that we are not able to open CRM. It is performing very slow. So what happened when we connect with the related person? So he said that please alter or recompile those 5 SP or 4 SP, and when we do it, so it's run too good.
Okay.
So this is not correlate between this.
Okay. Basically, let's suppose you are saying. So first point you are saying like after recompiling, after updating a statistic, you are getting a good performance. So
Yes.
it means this case, your like a application or you can say query performance depend on SQL DBA basically. What was the issue basically? Let's suppose you are saying after recompiling, you got a good performance. It means whatever plan cache into the plan cache, basically it's not optimal basically. And after recompiling, you got to know your query is running fine. It means whatever plan they executing after recompilation and whatever query plan they capture into the SQL cache, they got a optimal plan. And after optimal plan, your query is started running. Okay. So
Okay,
basically,
okay.
your plan is not good. Second, you said I updated a statistic and then we got a good performance basically. So let's suppose in a table, we have a huge number of record, you can say one more than one CR record into the table. And let's suppose in a CRM application or any application, basically multiple operation is running basically. Let's suppose insert, update and delete and all you can say DML operation. They are executing
Mhm.
basically. So these cases, let's suppose I inserted some record and I deleted some record. It means my statistic, let's suppose I have a statistic, I created one indexes and those indexes I created 1 week before. Until now, I didn't rebuild my indexes. Maybe some cases what happened, let's suppose I'm running my index maintenance plan and each and every time let's suppose today when I started I got to know index fragmentation is less than 30% and you started reorganizing, you didn't execute it rebuild, and after reorganizing fragmentation got I can say clear. It's not a problem from the fragmentation point of view because you already executed reorganization and you got fragmentation went like a 92, 10 or 5 or 0. Let's assume this. So after fragmentation 0, basically data are available into the index pages or data pages into the correct fashion basically. Now, next point, let's suppose my statistic is not updated because in a maintenance plan you mention first step, if your index fragmentation is more than 30%, then you can go for the rebuild indexes, and page count, data page count is more than 1000 or 500. Okay, you mention data page count is more than 500 or 100 1000, you will be going for the rebuilding indexes. First point. Second point, you are saying if my fragmentation is greater than 5%, I'll be going for the reorganize indexes. But like a rebuild is a updating your statistic, but reorganize is not updating a statistic of your indexes. So what will be issue? Like let's suppose they start fetching a data on basis of previous statistic, because let's suppose on weekend I updated a completely, like when I rebuild all the indexes, that time I updated a statistic basically, and a statistic is updated, but after 1 week a statistic is not updated for those index fragmentation is greater than 5% or less than 30%, because you reorganize. So for that case, if you'll be going to update a statistic, so they will update a statistic and then you will get a good performance basically. So I have a demo I already created for you. So you got to know. Let's suppose I'm showing I already executed and then I got to know like you, you can see here is a statistic. You can say this index created. So basically, this is an employee table in a payroll databases, very small databases, and these are a statistic. So basically, here is a primary key and here is a default statistic created, and it's updated on 30th of 2025, and today is the 1st of Feb. Okay. So you can
Ji.
see with the help of this function, basically, if we can pass what is your object name, what is your object name, table name, basically, and whatever indexes and a statistic name for you, if we can pass, you will get a when a statistic was updated. So directly with this function, you can identify directly. You can go here and you have to pass your index you can say table id, object id, and then object here is a index id. So you'll get to know what is a statistic updated date basically. So I thought like I have to calculate for each and every object. So basically I join with a system table with a sys statistic table. Okay, on basis of object id, and I capture when updated a statistic was updated basically with this function. So you can see here, and after that I executed. Okay, I executed one command, update a statistic here, and then I capture here. You can see after updating a statistic, you can see 802. Okay, this time I executed update a status as update a statistic. Okay. Okay, so let's suppose I'm executing for now for payroll database, update a statistic. Okay, 1 second. Just now I try. Okay, SP update a statistic. I executed. Okay, it's updated already. And let me try to capture same statistic, same information now. Okay, so you can see just now. So basically it's already captured when I executed here. But you can see my update is statistic is already, you can say nothing added into the table, basically imply table. If you can add and then if you can like execute, you'll get your update as statistic is updated. It means like let's suppose on basis of this scenario, it's updated on 30th. And today I will be executing select a statement from the imply table with some joins. Basically, you will not get a good performance because your statistic is not updated here. So if you can run update a statistic command, basically you will get a good performance basically. So 2 point you have to, like you already highlighted, sp underscore recompile. Okay, and then you said I executed sp underscore update a statistic.
Okay.
But one thing I want to statistics stats. Once again, I have to copy those part. Stats. Basically, we have to go with stats only. So these part basically we have to do, and you will get a good performance. But all the time, you'll not fix. You'll not got a same fix. Let's suppose today you executed recompile, you got a good performance because your plan is routed with a bad plan. But let's